All right, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all in another episode of Run It With You. And today we got to run it about this young men going after older women epidemic. Um, Throughout time, it has always been, foreseen as older men getting with younger women. They usually say 7 years is the sweet spot. So if you're 37 and the woman is 30, that's almost perfect. Because you want a little bit more experience than your woman. And they say women mature faster than men. So if the man is a couple of years more older than the woman, they kind of clash and meet at the perfect sweet spot together. Now, these day and days, a lot of women are becoming openly single, happily single. They don't need a man. They're getting in their 30s, they're getting in their bag, and they're not seeing eye to eye with men their age. All men their age don't see eye to eye with them for their reasons as well. And it could be all sorts of reasons. A lot of men that's older, they feel like women their age come with baggage, they come with trauma, kids, stuck in their own ways, um, can't be molded. With younger women, they feel like they can be molded. Some dudes probably get with them because it brings the fun out them. But now a lot of women, they're getting their money and they're having some fun too with these younger men. And they're feeling like these younger men are bringing that thrill out of them, having fun with them. They're calling them the aunties and the YNs, as they won't call it right now. But are these YNs really seeking older women, or some of these older women are just keeping themselves up looking good and they're getting shot on? So me personally, I think, let's just say you're 35 and let's just say 22, 23-year-old talk to you. That 22, 23-year-old will talk to a 25-year that same 25-year-old version of you had you look good. It's not about the age per se. It's about if you look good. So if you're 35 and a 23-year-old is trying to talk to you, he will still talk to you had you been 25. He's not seeking 25-year-olds. It's just like a lot of dudes, they probably not seeking 23-year-olds if they're a little older. It's just, do you look good? I think it's just all attraction. No different than when women, are attracted by men who got their stuff going on, got their money, got things in order, carry themselves right. It don't really matter about the age. Now, usually age play a part in that when it comes to men, because men, they hit their peak in their 30s and their 40s. But if a man is younger than that, or if a man don't look all that good, but he got a bag, they're still going to talk to him. So it don't really matter much about looks if you got the bag. It don't really matter much about age if you look good on the men perspective. So I just think a lot of women, when they keep saying, oh man, these young dudes are on my body, nothing but young dudes are talking to me, I just think that is in their head. Like, it's other men talking to them. You just choose to talk to the young dudes. Like when a girl say, oh, nothing but these type of dudes are talking to me. No, other dudes are talking to you. You're just choosing to give said type of dude your time and energy because you want to, for whatever reason. And yeah, are there some dudes out there that like an older man, that like an older woman? Yes. An older woman, they're gonna pack them lunch, they're gonna be willing to cook, they're gonna be willing to have their clothes ironed and cleaned and stuff, laid out, ready for work. Some of them older women's got those traditional values. Young women, they're gonna want to go out and eat, they're gonna want to go spend money and turn up. Older women, they're gonna want their fun, but for the most part, as long as you digging them down right, that's all they pretty much care about. Versus a young woman, they peers, they probably want a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I think whatever making you happy, you go ahead on and go for it. You know, who am I to say, you can't talk to younger men? But just know everything you do is gonna have a consequence. I think an older man can talk to a younger woman and something can actually blossom into a good relationship. Can it blossom on the opposite side? Yes, but the chances of that happening and the chances of that lasting is more slimmer chances than on the opposite end. You know, if a woman is 38 and she's talking to a 23-year-old, 24-year-old, I mean, you got to think about it. In the next 10 years, you're going to be 50. He's going to be 34, really in his prime. And by that time, he's probably not going to want a 48-year-old. He might want a girl on his age, or like I said, 7 years younger. Or he might want to go over 7 years. He might want a 22, 23-year-old. You know, you got to think about all that type of stuff that kicks in when a woman hits certain ages. They're going to have to deal with that. Like, it's a lot, man. But if a woman keep themselves up, they still keeping their youth, they're still looking good, keeping their body upright, they can push back the clock. But like I say, it's a slimmer chance that relationship might last. But if you own your job and you know that's your person and you don't have no doubts in your mind that this is, the love of your life and y'all in this for the long haul, then you got to do what you got to do. But having your fun, but this dude, that dude, I don't think that'll be in your best interest, ladies, if y'all out here messing with the young YNs and y'all going to work and having them drive around in y'all car going bust moves and stuff. Like, I don't think that'll be in your best interest. You're going to be introducing a lot of possible drama to your doorstep. You're going to be introducing a lot of you being on jail calls, depending on what type of young dude you're talking to. Now, if you're talking to one of these street dudes, yeah, you probably can expect that, whether they older or younger. But at least, if they older, you can at least be talking to somebody that's on your age level. But at the same time, if they of your age, they shouldn't be doing said things to begin with. But yeah, man, just be mindful, be careful out here, whatever you like to do. But at the end of the day, are younger men going after older women? I say no. I think men go after what appeases them to their eyes. Like I say, that same 35-year-old, had she was 25 and she looked the exact same, he would still talk to her. Now, is it certain perks that men probably expect when they talk to an older woman? Yes. Is there certain men out here that are actually going for these older women, these MILFs, these cougars, these, women that's 10 years their senior? Yes, I do believe that, but that is a small minority of men out here in this dating pool. Most men gonna want a woman their age, if not a little younger, maybe even a little older, but like 10 years up, I don't think it's that many, because you got to worry about the generational age gap, the stuff that she's into, you might not be into, and it be sometime a disconnect. But it's still possible to actually meet somebody of substance that you could vibe with, that you could have a long-term relationship with. All I'm saying is the chances of that happening is more slim on the other side, compared to older men with a younger woman. Because the older men, they like to have that younger woman be their first experience in a lot of things. When you're a younger dude, you can't really show this older woman a lot of new experiences because she almost has seen it all with previous relationships. Now, like I say, if you got it going on and you that dude and you got your money up, you got your masculinity up, you know how to set frame, you know how to hold frame, then maybe you can teach her something that she probably never seen. But let me hear from y'all in the comments down below. If you like the video, go ahead on and like, subscribe, help me with the algorithm. Anything that you would like to see me react to, anything that you would like to see me speak on, go ahead on and hit up the email, no cap, no filter 7 at gmail.com. Until next time, I'm out.